Oh, I am sitting here at the ballpark getting ready for Ollie Bear to play. How do I stop this from doing this? Stop doing it. No, more things are going now. There, got it. So getting ready for Ollie to play baseball. I had a great night last night. Thought I'd go through the rest of the videos when I could today. I should get most of them done this morning. We'll start here with the aged horses. Brave World continues to race good from Harry. Getting a lot of people saying, is he going back to Michigan? Is he going back to Michigan? We'll see. I mean, I haven't talked to Ginny and Kevin yet about any horses we're sending back or what they may need, what classes they may be filling or a little short on in Michigan. I certainly wouldn't hesitate to send anything back to Michigan, but the necessity to say send Brave World right now is just not there just yet. Compass Rose DC, she drew in with Path of Totality this week. I said to Tim, I said, I don't want to race my horses against each other. I said, so if your race secretary is going to take the entry and use it to fill classes, use them both to fill classes, then he'll only get one entry from now on. Compass Rose is in with Path of Totality. I want to drive Compass Rose DC, but Compass Rose DC is easy to drive and Path is not. So I opted for Path of Totality. I just felt that that's where I was needed more. Cruising in Style raced good again the other day. Continues to bang away the classes. I know Mark was trying to figure out a plan for cruising into the fall. I still haven't given much thought to it. We'll do what we do. We'll do what we have to with Cruising in Style. Don't believe me, just watch. 2 weeks ago there was a little redness. If you watch his races lately, he looks a little weak on the end of it. He looked like a horse that maybe was bleeding a little bit for a little while. So I had said to Harry, I had said to the vet, Harry got him scoped, and Harry had texted me and said there's a tiny bit of redness there, but the vet thinks she can dry her up. In the heat of the summer, training a horse and getting him ready and prepared to race in an overnight race, when it looks like they may bleed a little bit, I'm not going to say more times than not, but I would say the majority of the times they end up going on Lasix. So last week, he just didn't finish up his mile the way he should have. Sure enough, they scoped him. There was like a 1 out of 5 of blood there. We just went and put him on the Lasix program. Globetrotting was absolutely fantastic last night. Just so impressed with her. I was so proud. Brian Sears is just such a cool customer. He's just so cool to watch drive a horse. He drove her great. She looked great. Ronnie did a great job with her, and hopefully this is a springboard forward for her. She looked very, very good. Path of Totality, as I said, we've been trying to work on her. She did bleed through Lasix, so we've been trying to figure out a way to train her up. I trained her on the gallop the other day. She did not bleed. Jason trained her slower mile on the gallop Saturday. There was no blood per se, but again, there was some redness and some signs of concern. So is there something going on with her? Just the last horse I want to stop with is Path of Totality. But there may be a way to race her in a 7 to 10 day interval, train her up a little easier, and so this is an added level of complication for Path of Totality, is being able to race her in a competitive way, but being able to train her in a competitive way. So I think she's coming in pretty good for her race on I'm just trying to think what day it is. Must be Tuesday or Wednesday. Optimistic. Spirit of Dio's back right now. We'll probably put her in the race bike, I would suspect Tuesday or Wednesday, go mile in 2.5, 2.6, and then we'll drop the hammer on her end of next week. Now we do have races coming up in Dayton throughout September. The end of September, I believe, is when Dayton starts, and at that point, I think, if we're going to Dayton, which is almost 4 hours away, but if we're going to Dayton from Northfield Park, then there'd be more than enough reason to take her there. Otherwise, I would suspect the Meadows would be a good spot for Spirit of Dio also. Stonebridge Simba raced great the other day. In retrospect, watching the race, I was a little conservative with him, to say the least. But I just want to get him back on track. He looked great finishing up his mile, and drew the 6 hole or something this week. But, you know, he'll be coming forward out of the gate. Timo Houdini raced so-so the other day. Now, there's another question. Do we take him back to Michigan? It's very possible, very likely. Again, all of a discussion with the group. Ed, who owns a big chunk of Timo Houdini, and the rest of the people about him going to Michigan. He likely will go to Michigan. White Tiger trained him in 2-2 here with 3 Point the other day. Amy actually get up and beat him. They were coming a big last quarter. Tiger hadn't been super tight, and 3 Point jumped on him right at the wire, I guess. A good training trip and a good tightener for White Tiger. He didn't get in on Tuesday. The class didn't go, but it is written back Thursday. He is entered for Thursday at Mohawk of next week. And then, yes, tough trip for him the other day. The placing was it was fair. It wasn't negligence on my part. It was simply the horses running in were trying to, I'm trying to get him to come forward. And the only way I get set back is if that guy gets to my back at the wire. And he did. So, yes, race great. And so happy to have him back going forward also. I think he also drew the 6 hole this week. So, we'll see. But everything seems to be moving forward across the board, 2, 3, and up at thestable.ca. I'm happy. I hope you're happy. And I will talk to you all very, very soon.